Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Hey, good evening, John Hollis, right here on Music Kingdom Radio. And, of course, we're on Rockers in Recovery Live tonight. And you can check us out at musickingdomradio.com. Please go over to the website, check it out. Got a lot of great stuff over there. Some blogs for you to read. There's the Music Kingdom Radio magazine, which is online. It's a digital magazine. We also have a print version of it, too. You can see that there, too. You can see some of our past episodes that we've done on the radio. There's a radio streamer that streams all day long live. So please make sure that you check us out and you become a part of Music Kingdom Radio at musickingdomradio.com. I've got a great show ahead of us tonight. Johnny Sims is going to be on with us, debuting his new song, Father Forgive Me. And, of course, Johnny's a drummer, a singer-songwriter. And, he's a gentleman that comes from this in an angle of he wrote this song, from the beginning of his recovery and, what it was like, and, it progressed. And it progresses in a good way when we don't use. So we're going to talk to Johnny more about that. And, of course, got my buddy Will Grayson. He's going to be coming on. Will's now a PhD. We've been working and doing things with Will for many, many years. And, he has progressively gotten better and better and better. And his educational background has increased more and more and more to where he's now a PhD. And we're going to talk to him about what recovery from addiction looks like and the road back from the destruction of it all. We get to one day at a time, do the right thing, and blessings just occur. It's amazing. What I'm going to do is a little bit different tonight. We're going to start out with Father Forgive Me, and then I'm going to get Johnny on the line, and we're going to talk about it.
It's a new morning. It's a new day. And I'm looking for better ways to make myself okay. Went over the limit, had too much fun. It ain't cool sitting in your room when you're stoned with a loaded gun. Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. Thought about myself and no one else who got the shape I'm in. Father, forgive me if I have learned. If you take too much, you lose your touch and you will get burned. Didn't talk to my friends or my family. I used to blame them all for turning their backs on me. But I was the one who quit the game. So much wasted time, I feel so ashamed. Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. Thought about myself and no one else. Look at the shape I'm in. Father, forgive me, for I have sin. Thought about myself and no one else. I got the shape I'm in. Father, forgive me, but I have learned. If you take too much, you lose your touch and you will get burned. Father, forgive me. Father, forgive me. Father, forgive me. Oh, oh, oh,
All right, there you go. Father, Forgive Me by Johnny Sims. And we're going to get Johnny on the phone. We're going to talk about, of course, how this all came about and get some more information. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be interviewing you and getting your new song on the air, and most importantly, finding out how it all came about. What the beautiful song, by the way. I was talking with Gail.
Thank you. Yeah,
I was talking with Gail before the show, and we were listening to different things. And I'm a big band listener. I love I love the bands, and I love Big Pink, and I love a lot of the stuff that they did. And we went back to some of the archives, and it was amazing how your music sounds a lot like that era of music. You know what I mean? And it was kind of refreshing to hear what you did as far as musically. There's a lot of things that are going on, genres out there right now, and to hear you go back to some classic rock roots is really kind of a cool thing to hear. So kudos to you, brother.
Thank you. That's what I do. I'm a classic rock guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the way this song came about, I think I've been sober, clean and sober now. Come the 27th of this month, 18 months.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's the first time ever. After partying for 45 years straight. So it was time, and I wrote this song. I think I wrote this song when I was clean for 3 months, and it just came to me on an acoustic guitar. It came to me on an acoustic guitar, and we made a little demo of it. And then the past when I got the band together, or my old and new friends that helped me with this, we would go to Marquee Studio over there in Deerfield Beach, and every Sunday we booked time, and it might have taken 4 or 5 Sundays, and we got it done.
It's a pleasure to listen to the music and understand what you put into it, because writing this, I'm sure you found yourself in a position where it brought up a lot of emotions, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's, certainly I wrote the song about what happened to me. For me, that's me there. But certainly hoping that other people can relate to it, in some way, and see the light, right?
Absolutely.
Finally
Absolutely.
see the light. You got to see the light. That's what it. That's why I wrote it. That's why I wrote it. I played it for some people. I'm getting great reaction from it. I've never written a song like this about recovery, or with a higher power theme ever. We wrote pop songs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So And I feel that this is probably the best song I ever wrote. That's the way I think about it, you know.
And it's funny because, you know, when you're using and you're doing projects, when you're using, you
Right.
think it's the best thing since sliced bread, and then, you know, you wake up one day and you realize.
Yeah, you know, it was just
I said,
a bunch
what?
of
I did what?
You know, craziness. It was craziness, right? You know, I mean, it was good pop stuff, but you know, in the big grand scheme of things, it wasn't too much. If you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, this is much more.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, John.
No, I was going to say, do you find, like, you know, interacting with musicians, you know, while you're writing the song, that's one process of it, right? When you're getting to the music end of it and you're, you know, feeling your chops for the first time when you're sober, what was that experience like being, you know, in with a bunch of band members and pulling it together?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. I met some great new people down here. You know, I'm from New York. You know, so most of my music friends and everyone were there. I've been down here for 3.5 years down here in South Florida. So I met, you know, the circuit people, the musicians. You know, and the first person that I met was Brenda Johnson. Well, from the Brenda Johnson band. I think she's located in Boca, and we got together on Facebook. And she asked me, she sings on Friday nights in a church. So she says it's a meeting, it's an AA meeting that has some, you know, church things to it. She wanted me to play the drums. I said, sure, I'll come help you out. And she did background vocals on this. So she came in to do, and she's in recovery as well. So she says, I'm in for background vocal. I got my bass player from 35 years ago. You know, the Marty Ballin thing and all of those things. He's in recovery 11 years, the bass player. He snapped on in this. He didn't even know the song existed 10 days ago. He listened to the song for 2 days and came in and killed it in the studio because me and him lock in. We've been playing together so long. And he's in recovery. So, yeah, it was awesome. Another fella, Spencer Valentin, guitar player for a local from here right in Hollywood. I met him through the, you know, and he played guitar on it. You know, Brenda's keyboard player, I'm trying to remember all the names. John DiMaselli, he's a great keyboard player from our band. So everyone chipped in. And Marco Ruffalo, the head engineer, producer, you know, gave us his time. You know, everyone gave their time for this project. That's what was so cool. We're like, we're in. We're going to do it. You know, no one asked for anything. You know, the studio, everyone just did it. And that's rare. You know, that's very rare.
That is rare.
To me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. They all just said, we're in. We're on board for it. And I think that's why it came out, you know, I'm very happy with it. Very happy with it, you know?
Yeah,
and I hope that it reaches
you look at
people,
blessings
you know?
in your life, right? So here we are, you know, going through life, and we're in recovery, and we look at the blessings that are bestowed upon us, you know, and it's amazing, you know.
It's unbelievable.
What happens.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for, you know, being a part of, you know, of course, the Rockers in Recovery community. It was an honor and a privilege to get your music on. Where can people find you? On Facebook, where can they find you if they want to get a hold of you?
Yeah, you know, they can find me on Facebook. We're probably going to start a page as well, you know, maybe the Johnny Sims band page. But we're going to, whatever they need to find, it'll be up on Facebook, you know?
Okay. Very good. Matter of fact, right now, if you're on, of course, the page and you're looking at it, you can click on where it says singer-songwriter John Simonelli. You can click right on that, and you can go right to his profile page and friend him. And, of course, more will be revealed with the Johnny Sims page and all the rest of the things that you guys are going to be doing, and I'm sure it's going to be great, and I hope that we can promote it and be more a part of that in the future. Johnny, you're a great guy. God bless you, and thank you for debuting Father Forgive Me here on Rockers and Recovery.
Yeah, my pleasure, and thanks so much, John. And if you need us for anything, we're on board. I'm on board. The band's on board. Absolutely.
God bless you, bro. That's a beautiful thing.
All right.
We got some stuff coming up, so that'll be good to know.
Great. Thanks so much.
You bet. Have a great night.
Okay. All right.
There you go, guys. Johnny Sims. You know something, Father Forgive Me, it's a great song. And, I got it in my playlist. I've been listening to it, and you can go to musickingdomradio.com later this week. I'm going to talk with Johnny, and we'll see if we can get a download up there. So that way you guys can, download the song and get access to it. But you can listen to it right here. You can share this to anybody that you're listening to right now. You can share it, and they can listen to this show. Right after it's done, it turns into, of course, the archive version right at the same link. My buddy Will Grayson is an amazing dude, and I've known Will for many, many years, and it's an honor and a pleasure to call him a friend, and a dude that never gives up on anybody, and most importantly has worked diligently to help thousands of addicts find a new way of life and hope. And Will, how you doing tonight, buddy? What's happening? I'm sorry. I can hear you now, brother. What's happening?
Okay. All right. Good, man. It's great. I was fiddling over here. I had went out when you had called me earlier. I was up in West Palm at this Christmas thing, which we was in the bar type setting, and it was just crazy. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Had to hurry up and get out of there. But anyway, it's good to hear you, man. It's good to hear your voice. It's good to be back together again, broadcasting. Before you start asking me some questions, I just want to throw out a few disclaimers as it relates to you and myself and everybody else. So I'm not in ego, I don't think. But damn it, I'm in ego. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening, this man right here is golden. He met me. He gave me a radio show, my own spot on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock, and I did that for about 2 or 3, 4 years. He also supported me to go back to school, and he also made me liaison to the Rockers and Recovery program. And he's gotten a lot of people in recovery, right? So please put the big ear on and listen to what I'm saying. This man was streaming, and then we were doing all that stuff 20 years ago, damn near, right? It's called podcasting now, but I remember we were streaming. I still got a flip phone, so I don't know nothing about podcasting and streaming and stuff, man. But I just wanted to give you your kudos and how you continue to reach out, especially in the music industry and other industries as well, helping people, man, to get into treatment and helping people find their way back to life and recovery in general. And, I'm writing a book, and my daughter gave me the title to the book, and the book is I Took the Long Way Home. You know what I mean? But it's great. We're doing good here. I hate to tell you this, but it's like 84 degrees down here. And,
yeah, thanks for sharing there, buddy.
Yeah. And, I was just thinking about when we kind of first started and how it grew and how it really grew and people have embraced it. And we were, nationwide on the air. We were across the country.
It was incredible.
Oh,
it was funny because when we first started on WNN of whole 1470 thing, I tell the story. It was like when I went there and they said, "Hey, listen, you can buy some airtime," and I ended up walking out buying 17 hours a week. you know, hey, listen, 1 hour isn't enough. I'm a junkie. You know what I mean? You got to have 17, right? So, you know, that's just the addictive gene kicking in, you know. And when we signed that contract, we literally had, me and Lori had 82 cents in the account. I mean, we had like nothing, you know what I mean? And how were we going to pay for it? Well, we got sponsorship, and people just, you know, it got paid. And at the end of the first year, I'll never forget it. You know, we rode for 5 years. And at the end of the first year, we had covered all the expenses, and it was just a miracle. You know what I mean? It's little God things like that along the way. You know what I'm talking about because you experience them. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing, and to know. And this was the incredible thing because I was thinking back, and it was Angel Side by Side was your show, and when you were involved in that, and you were working at a treatment center, and you were, you know, dealing with the clients every day, and you were, you know, just an asset to everybody that you came involved with. So when you look back in your history, and I think you were going to the school, I can't remember it, over in Tampa, and you would drive to Tampa every Friday night.
Yeah, Springfield College. Yeah.
Springfield College, exactly.
Yeah. I graduated from there with my master's degree, you know, and Sedona University is where my PhD is at. I just have to go, to be real clear, I have to go in June, I think, June to, I have to present it to the faculty and defend it and all of that stuff, and then we'll get the sheepskin. But when you address me from now on, it's Dr. Will, not Dr. Phil. So that's who I am. But I love you, man. I mean, you are, man, come on. We've been through the ringer. And I was telling somebody today, I was like, well, you know, most of the guys that I hang out with are a reflection of me. They are definitely, what was that bird that rose from the ashes?
The Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, the Phoenix. They are definitely Phoenix birds like myself that rose from the ashes, and the good news is still giving back, and you're still giving back also, man, and that's what it's all about.
Phoenix Rising 1, the Phoenix Rising 2, Phoenix Rising again.
Yeah,
God is
no
good,
doubt.
man.
No,
if you got breath, there's hope.
That's the truth. Coming to believe in that power. And I want to just thank Johnny and congratulate Johnny. I was listening to him earlier on his new CD or his new cut that he's released, and he's right down here in Florida. So, Johnny, get my number if you want to get in contact, and we can kind of touch base. Get it from John. John will give it to you, and we'll keep the chain link going. So we do a lot of things. You know, I have that Rockers in Recovery when we did the thing with Tom Cordair and Darryl Strawberry and all of those guys. Yeah. I have that. I have that on video, and I play it sometimes for the clients, and me and you clowning with Terry Gorski. Anybody that works in treatment, that knows Terry Gorski. He is like really the developer who developed relapse preventions and all of that stuff. But I was thinking about him the other day. He was a good guy. We ran into all good guys, though. You know,
man. It was a really good circle of people. It really was. I mean, it's a really good powerhouses.
Yeah. And today, you know, I'm invited to a lot of places. I wish you could have came down and did the show. Maybe you can get down next year and maybe do what do we used to call that, where we did it in the field?
Yeah, live broadcast, baby.
Yeah, live broadcast. There was another nickname we called it. But anyway, we did the National Recovery Month. And after all these years, you know, I was the I almost said main speaker, but the keynote speaker, and it was packed, man. And we started it back in 2010, 12, 11, something like that. And we started right along with those guys. But yeah, maybe next year, May, if you jump down right quick, or maybe we can hook it up some kind of way where you can, we can pipe it in with you from here up there, because technology is really something else nowadays. I would love to do that.
Well, I had to install telephone poles at places to be able to stream live. Remember that? I had to put a pole in down at the Sugarloaf Key. I had to actually have them install a pole. It was incredible.
Pole, right. That was one of our best ones down at Sugarloaf, right? Everybody was down there, Bird and Steve.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen,
everybody.
We did 30, by the time it was all said and done, we did 29 musical productions all the way across the United States. And, I mean, we did Aberdeen, Washington. We did the Cutting Room. We did, it was just an amazing thing, dude. And, when you look back over the history of, not just the great musicians that were involved, but the great people that surrounded it and supported it. It was just an amazing thing. And they still do. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are still, they contacted me, hey, John, when are you going to start doing shows again? And a lot of it had to do with the pandemic, man. I mean, I was getting ready to launch Music Kingdom Radio just before the pandemic happened. And all of a sudden, the deal, everything goes black for the next year and a half. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. And I think God has a way of doing everything. You know what I mean? I truly believe that, because I don't think it would have been as good as it was. Because when you sit around for a year and a half, right, and you're thinking, you tend to come out the gate with, I used to just like throw stuff up, and now I think it through, and I just don't make haste decisions. I want to make sure that what we're putting out is something that is going to be quality to the listener, and they can get something out of it, And that's what that's what this Music Kingdom Radio station is all about. And Rockers in Recovery is now part of Music Kingdom Radio Station. And, of course, me and Lori are still the trademark owners of Rockers in Recovery. And Gail, myself, and Keith McManus are the people that are, the trademark owners and the owners of Music Kingdom Radio. And by doing it that way, I found that you can't be, and this, you can't be, in control of everything and micromanage everything. Everybody has their part. And now we kicked off the Music Kingdom magazine, too, which we want you to do some writing on. I'll talk to you about that also. But, these are all things that are taking place, Will, that are by God's grace. It has nothing to do with me having to think anything has to do with me. It's like we put it out there to the universe, we start working on it, we do the work, and let the results be, what God wants it to be.
There you go. Well, listen, let me ask you something. On this end, what could I possibly do, and this is even for the people that are listening, to support your show and to support the Music Kingdom radio show?
When you go to musickingdomradio.com, just go to musickingdomradio.com. You will, just tool around in there, and you'll start to experience. We have a live streamer, radio station streamer in there, where you can listen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and also listen to the podcasts like this one is up right now, and people can listen to it. It's actually blinking show live right now. So you can go through all of that. You can read the online magazine. You can do all of those things. But here's the cool part. You can share all of that stuff individually to wherever you want to share it. You want to share it with a friend personally, you can do that. You want to share it on social media, you can do that. There's a lot of stuff. And what we're trying to accomplish, most importantly, is, this is about everybody. This isn't like, just singing to the choir, man. We need to be able to let people know that love is available for everybody, and there's no conditions to that. You know what I mean? It's just good stuff. So, and I got a question for you. When you came around, right? I think it was you were, and I heard this. I think through Richard, but he came around. I think it was you were down in either the Bronx or Harlem, right? And you were dealing drugs in Harlem, weren't you?
Yeah. I grew up in Harlem. Yeah, I'm from Harlem. Yeah.
So your whole process of living that life. See, that life is so distant now and it's so back there. But you should have never lived through that process. And here you are, years later. How many years later?
31 and a half.
So 31 and a half since you left that lifestyle. And, recovery from addiction, what was it like for you? How tough was it in the beginning for you not just to use and just get through another day?
Here's how it happened, really, for me. I just got, sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. And I just was so willing. But it wasn't easy, because wherever I went when I got here, I brought me with me, and I still had the attitude of the streets and all that. But when I got here and I met guys here that had been through the same predicament as me, no matter where they were from, Park Avenue, Park Bench, wherever, and they were telling me, you can do this, man. If we can do this, you can do this. And I just had the willingness. I just was so tired, as you already know. My 15-year-old daughter was killed on the BQE. She was decapitated in a car accident. I think I got clean in May 5th, and she was killed Labor Day weekend. Or is that Labor Day? Yeah, Labor Day weekend. Memorial Day is May. And that was the precipitating factor that really changed my life, where I became willing to do whatever it takes to not put any type of mind, mood, altering chemical in my body, based on, again, the information that you guys were giving me in the rooms, and listen, I'm one of those guys that came in the rooms, and like I said, attitude, I brought that. I was dealing drugs in the rooms. And they kept telling me, man, listen, you keep coming back, especially you. And I'd be nodding and all that stuff, man. And they kept saying, keep coming back. And I never heard that. The judge told me if I ever came back again, he's going to lock me so far underground that they'd have to pump daylight to me. But you guys were like, just keep coming. And I kept saying, what do these people want from me? I have nothing. I had a plastic bag with a pair of shoes in there, sneakers with holes in them, where I used to have to put the cardboard in there to cover the holes, and a shirt and a tie. That's how I came in here, or slid in here, like a burnt pork chop on both sides. You know what I mean? So I just was willing, man. I was willing, and I was lucky. I was left with a, there you go. I was done. And I met guys I was speaking to Johnny the other day, John G. And, he's a chaplain now, and he's doing a lot of good things. But I met him when I got here. And you know how he was. If you mess up, I'm going to karate chop you. I love him. He's still the same. Yeah, he supports all the stuff that we do, man. So that's kind of a nutshell. And like I said, if for the people that may be listening, it wasn't easy. It wasn't like I came in here and said, okay, no, it wasn't easy. The main thing, I kept coming back. I just kept coming back. Even when I used, I kept coming back. I kept coming back, and one day I woke up, I can't tell you when, and I had lost the desire to use. I have no clue what day it was. I just know one day it happened for me. And my clean date is 5/5/90. So we're clean on Cinco de Mayo at the 5th of May.
That's a heck of a day to pick. Most people will wait till the following day.
Yeah, exactly. After the party, you know what I mean? But with my daughter, that was the thing that really changed me. So it was a certain event or a certain crisis that really made me grab on to this program and grab on to you guys. And I always say you guys because that's how I stay here. I don't stay here because I'm so smart and I'm brilliant and I'm all this stuff that I lie to myself sometimes. I stay here because there's guys like you allow me to stand on your shoulders. And I got to give back. Chop the wood, carry the water, trust God, and help others. That's the mantra.
Sounds like
and
Russell.
That's the whole. Yeah, and it's the whole program. Chop the wood, carry the water, trust God, and help others. And I still do the same things that you and I have been doing around this camp for a minute, and still make meetings, still reach out, still help get people into treatment. As a matter of fact, if you run into anybody that maybe not have any money, I got a connection in Atlanta, Georgia, for free, but they got to pay their own way to get there. And, they scholarship.
What's a number they can reach you at, Will, in case, people want to ask that question?
Yeah, 954-328-2400. 954-328-2400.
That's important, man. Because here's the reality. Listen, there's that, of course, person that comes in, and the bottom is raised to reach them, and then there's us. The last thing I had was an insurance card or a gold card. There was nothing happening. And if it wasn't for people like you just mentioned, John Giordano and other folks that stepped up to the plate for me and said, hey, listen, let's give this a shot for you, I don't think that, I would be here walking around. So that's great information to give out to people. If you're, you're out there and you're hurting, you need some help, call Will. And give that number again, Will.
954-328-2400. Give me a call, y'all, and we'll make it happen some kind of way.
Amen. So let's go on to one of the things that I think it's important for, especially if there's a newcomer listening. Listen, the road back from destruction. We have all of that stuff going on in our head. We got a 4,000-piece band playing in our head. We're out of our minds, and we're trying to change everything and correct everything. And, well, listen, I can't go to a meeting tonight because, I got my daughter. Well, listen, you know what I mean? Those types of things. It's the insanity of getting sober and thinking that we're going to correct everything overnight. With the road back from the destruction, what would you tell somebody to, how would you explain to them the best way to be able to deal with those things?
I would kind of piggyback on what you said earlier. The thing that we deal here, we stopped dealing drugs, right? And we started dealing hope, and coming back, just know that, again, easy does it. If you just got here and you're brand new, we don't recover in one day, so easy does it. And again, the most profound thing I've ever heard in my life was keep coming back. Of course, if you're in the 12-step, any 12-step fellowship, I don't care what it is, just follow the rules in the direction. I know we don't like to follow rules. We're antisocial and sometimes antithetical, but follow the rules. Get a sponsor? Okay, I got a sponsor. I had a sponsor when I was out shooting dope and drinking, and that sponsor was the dope man. I did everything that he told me. So I come in here, I do the same thing. I get a sponsor, and I let that sponsor guide and direct me. Then the other thing is, if you're new and you keep coming, just keep making meetings, man. Just keep coming to the meetings. Even if you don't like one, go to another one until you find your niche and where you fit in at and what you like, But again, just keep coming, and one day, I can't say what day it happened for me. One day you come to is in consciousness. And what you come to is in consciousness. I like to talk about the acronym of HOPE. And the acronym, one of the acronyms of HOPE, HOPE, is Hold On, Pain Ends. Right? And the other acronym that I use, and I used when I first got here, is the healing of people everywhere, especially in these fellowships, or like I said, wherever you want to go, therapy, however you deem the best way for you. If it's faith-based, we got Celebrate Recovery. We got Smart Recovery. We got, of course, AA and NA. So there's many, many, many options and avenues today that, back 20, 30 years ago, they just had to my knowledge, they just had like AA or NA. Today you got all kind of A's. You know what I mean? And find out where you fit in at and get in where you fit in. And my mantra is, listen, come all the way in and sit all the way down. And believe me, if you don't get it, it will get you if you just keep coming. It's like anything else in life, man. You're a musician. I play guitar a little bit. But when I learned how to play guitar, I had to pick it up. I had to practice. I had to find out what the frets meant, the strings, what strings. And I learned this, and I still know this. I learned this like in the third grade. I think the lines in the G clef and the clef is every good boy deserves fun, and the spaces in the clef is FACE. Now, if you ask me what my name is tomorrow, I might not remember that, but I remember that from the third grade. That's how music impacted me early on in the third grade. But, yeah, please keep coming, man, if you're out there and you're struggling. That's really like my message. And John's message also. Just don't give up. And we won't give up on you.
Miracle does happen, bro. It does happen.
It's got to be there. Let me tell you this little thing. I don't think I ever told you this. On this journey that we've been through, and I'm going to put it back on you again, because I got a call. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in 2015. Yeah, 2015. 15, 16, 17. Yeah, because I graduated with the master's 2019. But anyway, 2015, I get a call. Right? Now, this is from a kid that was born and raised on 117th Street, Lennox Avenue. I didn't leave no further. Every now and then we would go down to Central Park, 110th Street, down that way. And then we would go shopping up to 125th Street. So that was my radius for the rest of my life. I never thought about advancing and going anywhere else. And then went into the Marine Corps and did all that stuff. But this is the most significant time or place that ever happened to me in my whole entire life. I get a phone call and say, go to the airport. And I'm saying this because I missed you there. I forget why you couldn't get there. I think you had another commitment. And I go there, and they pick me up at the airport, and they put me in the W Hotel. And I think the W Hotel is like a 5-star hotel. Now, I don't want to compare hotels, but it was the W Hotel. And we got there, and it was raining and muggy, and I had been in Florida for a minute. I hadn't lived in New York for years. And so it was cold to me, and it was just regular fall up in D.C. So we get there, and I'm hanging out, so I get a call. And the person I got the call from said, well, I'll be there tomorrow. And I met these two guys, Tom Cordell, who at the time was, I think I met Tom through you, too. At the time, he was one of the senior advisors in the Obama administration.
Yeah, he actually did he did our Rockers in Recovery Music Fest a year before that, and he was the MC.
Yes. Right. I got a picture of all of us. Right.
Yep.
And Dee was there, right? So anyway, we get there. I meet him. We go to a comedy thing, and they had they were expecting 50,000 people at least on the mall, at least. Mm-hmm. They wind up with 30,000. But anyway, the next day they had on the mall, they had the concerts, and of course everybody was there. Stephen Towner, your boy opened it up. I can't think. He played for the Eagles. What's his name? The guitar player.
Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh. He opened up there. I met Martin Luther King's daughters, and I was sitting down, and this girl was talking to me, right? And she just bit my ear off. I was, and Darryl and Corday and all of them standing over there laughing at me because they could see I'm like really frustrated. But it was one of the close friends of theirs. It was Sheryl Crow, and I was like, really, Sheryl Crow? And we were backstage and stuff. And the reason why I'm telling this story because, of course, all the artists was there that we know. What's my man's name? Muddy Feet or Muddy? What's his name? Muddy Shoes. Yep. Yeah, Muddy Shoes. All them guys that I met actually when we were in. I think we were somewhere. We were in the Keys or something like that. And so we hung out, partied. Now the next day, we go to the White House, and I'm like, I can't get in the White House. I got 5 felonies. You got to go through like 5 damn gates to get in there. And Tom was like, don't even worry about it, So we get to go in there, and, the rest is history, man. We were in the West Wing of the White House, and me, down Lupo, remember Johnny Lupo?
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And my whole point, again, is that started with Rockers in Recovery for me, because I met all of these people through what we were doing earlier in Rockers in Recovery. And the whole point, again, is that we do recover, and we do live another day to help another. And that's what it is, giving back, man, what was so freely given. And this journey will take you anywhere and probably somewhere where you would have never expected to be. And that's my whole point, from Harlem to the White House. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. And I don't mean no disrespect, but where I'm most comfortable at is with guys like you and what we do on a daily basis. You know what I mean? I'm impressed with that, on how we continue just reaching out and helping people get started. And I was listening when you were talking to Johnny and helping him kind of move forward with his CD. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening out there, is it's just one addict helping another is without parallel. It's the therapeutic value. And I found out what therapeutics mean, and therapeutic and all that means is healing. So it's about the healing, coming here and surrendering to the healing process. We accumulate some time, but time is only relevant in the moment or to the moment, however you want to frame it up. Time don't keep me here. Time takes time in order to heal. You can't put time on healing. So that's my new mantra, man. This is about healing and learning and evolving and doing different things. I work, of course, I still work in treatment, and it's just changed so much since you and I really started out with treatment, and a lot of people are moved on. As a matter of fact, your guy just opened up a new place. Ben Braffman.
Ben's a great dude, man.
Yeah. He closed Destination Hope, and he's got a new place. I think it's named after his mother, Sylvia Braffman. Yeah. Good stuff. And matter of fact, Ben's come a long way. He's another one. Has come a long way. You know what I mean? Just trying to help anybody he could along the way, man. Good people. Yeah, I remember your boy, Ben, who really ran the show over there. What was his name? The brother that died?
Oh yeah. Alton.
Yeah.
Alton Smith.
Alton. Yeah, I loved Alton, man. When I just started to get to know him, it was over. And you know who was right next to me in Washington D.C.? the guy that had the detox, Sunrise Detox. What's his name?
Oh, Ira.
Ira. I seen Ira in D.C. and he was staring at me, and I didn't remember. He said, "You don't remember me?" And I think he thought I was trying to be a big shot because we were backstage and with Daryl and Steven Tyler. And I said, "No, man, I never met you in my life." And he said, "You don't remember you came to my place with John Hollis?" I said, "Oh, wow." He still has the Sunrise Detoxes, right?
Yeah, man. Ira's been. Hey, listen, Ira's another one. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, you got these guys that are just they're grinding every day like yourself, man. They just are out there and they're helping people. Listen, you know, you can say anything you want really as far as the private sector treatment, but I got to tell you, I know many people over many years that when you made that phone call where you had somebody that was like, listen, they just need help. You know, figure out the other stuff later on. This person needs help. And they open their doors in a heartbit, bro. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is, you know? So you know, that's how it works. You know what I mean? So listen, it's a beautiful day. Any day I get to hang out with Will Grayson on the air, and we're gonna have to go out with of course Johnny's song "Father Forgive Me." So I want to have it on both ends of the show. But Will, I want to have you back, and we'll definitely what we'll do is we'll make a topic one night and we'll open it up for some callers to call in and ask some questions. I think that would be a good thing. But most importantly, if you're on Facebook, go to William H. Grayson, Ph.D., Dr. Will. It's William H. Grayson. I love it, man. It has such a ring to it.
Yeah. It's a little flavor there. But don't throw the Ph.D. in yet. I got to present. I got to do all that stuff.
I better take it out of my post.
Yeah.
Take it out of my post.
You know how they do around nowadays. Nowadays, they're looking for, you know, I just got to, after I present and defend it and do all of that. But I know for a fact it's going to be okay. But, you know, just technically, you know, because nowadays they're just insane. They look for any little niche and cranny. They don't care what you're doing. To help others, all they care about is destroying you. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! It's been listen, and that's part of the whole universe now, and that's why it's important to put other things out there so the universe, isn't as it's just crazy, man.
The universe.
Crazy.
No, yeah, I love you using that term, universe. That's what my degree is in, metaphysical science, man. And that's our language.
I know one thing's for sure, that God kept me alive and has to this day, and by the grace of God, if He chooses for me to be here tomorrow and move forward tomorrow, it's going to be, His work that He wants me to do.
That's right.
And that's right. Put aside all of the crap, what we have left is one day at a time, and God's service and service to others. That's what we got.
There you go. That's it, Johnny. That's it.
All right, brother. Well, listen, thank you for being on tonight. And again, we're going to go out with, of course, Father Forgive Me, and Will Grayson, thank you for being on the air. I love you, brother.
I love you back. Thanks for having me.
Guys, check out MusicKingdomRadio.com. MusicKingdomRadio.com is the mothership, so to speak. You go over there and, of course, find Rockers in Recovery Live. You can find Music Kingdom Radio magazine. You can find a lot of different stuff there. Just check out the website, and, of course, you can contact us from the website. You can go to @Rockers in Recovery on Facebook or @Music Kingdom Radio. Check us out. Please be a part of our world. We'd love to hear from you if you have questions, concerns. We do have an event coming up. Merry Christmas to all. Join us at 5 Loaf House. Everyone is invited for food, fellowship, and fun. That's Christmas Eve. Starts at 4 p.m. and goes to midnight. Food through the day. Dinner at 6. Of course, we have Christmas Day. It starts at 6 a.m. to midnight, and that's food throughout the day, dinner at 6. Bring a friend and come and make some new ones. And it's brought to you by our community partners, Music Kingdom Radio, LLC, the West Pocono Lake Wesleyan Church, and the Tomac Pantry. It's located at 133 Firehouse Road, Pocono Pines, Pennsylvania, and that's 18350. You can check us at 570-807-1080. So feel free to, of course, give us a call if you want to check that out. And again, thank you for tuning in tonight. Father, forgive me, Johnny Sims. Thanks to our guest, Will Grayson.
It's a new morning, it's a new day, and I'm looking for better ways to make myself okay. Went over the limit, had too much fun. It ain't cool sitting in your room when you're stoned with a loaded gun. Father, forgive me. About myself and no one else. I got to shake my hand. Father, forgive me if I learned. If you take too much, you lose your touch and you will get burned. Even talk to my friends or my family. I used to blame them all. Father, forgive me if I have sinned. Thought about myself and no one else. Forgot the shape I'm in. Father, forgive me if I have learned. If you take too much, you lose your touch and you will get burned. My life, I've had it all. Lived a rock and roll dream. I played concert hall. Along the way, yeah, I lost myself to a life that just don't care about no one else, yeah.
Rockers in Recovery Radio is based on opinion only and is not meant to treat or diagnose any health or mental health issue of any kind. If you feel you need help for any health-related issues, please contact a physician or mental health professional. The opinions expressed by our guests are not necessarily those of Rockers in Recovery.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.